Previously on Broken Window Theory. In Italy, we discovered several forgotten witnesses of the past, which have been retaken by nature. One of them was the small hospital where children with lung diseases used to be treated. Nothing but natural decay made this exploration unforgettable. Another impressive discovery was this Catholic boarding school, which we found next to narrow mountain roads. Here it wasn't exactly the decay that overwhelmed us, but this unique chapel. If you think it can't get any better, wait and see what we have in stock for you in today's episode. Widely observable in the rolling hills of Tuscany, we discovered two of the ugliest concrete blocks we've ever explored. But never judge a book by its cover. This old ruin is actually filled with left-behind furniture and natural decay. It's this combination that made us fall in love with urban exploration in the first place. It's already day 7 of our Italy road trip and we're nearly at the end of our greatest Urbex adventure to date. As you could see from the air, this abandoned facility consists of 2 structures in total. Next to the big building, there's also the smaller one on the property. But let us search for an entrance to the main one first. For a long time, it wasn't possible to get inside this abandonment. All the access points were sealed up tight. However, luckily we managed to find a way inside. These dusty and old barriers won't stop explorers anymore. This is obviously the former canteen of the facility. And now you can also see why the place was locked in the first place. Vandals already caused great damage after the site was abandoned. It's a miracle that you can still find plates here which haven't been smashed yet. From the kitchen there isn't much left behind. Fortunately, the rest of the concrete block is a rather different picture. Big dorm rooms, several lockers and mattresses everywhere. Some of them in better shape than other ones. This facility, you can probably already guess it, used to be a massive vacation resort for kids. On the huge compound with a total area of 13,000 square meters, up to 230 children could be accommodated at the same time. But only in summer. The remaining year, the holiday camp was closed. The facility belonged to a social insurance institution of the Italian mailing company. They built this building complex for 1.5 billion Italian lira. As a result, postal employees and their children should be ensured a relaxed break during the summer months. This was quite generous if you consider that construction would cost the equivalent of 13 million euro today. Between the years 1970 and 1974, the summer camp was built. In 1975, the first families were guests here. While the children were housed in the main building, the parents were living in the hotel next door. These structures are quite uncommon for this region, because they were designed for a coastal site. However, now they're located in a holiday resort far away from the sea. The reason for that is a mystery to us. The summer camp had a huge influence on the region's economy. For the 3 hot months in the year when the facility was operated, around 60 new seasonal workers needed to be found every year. After the season they were dismissed and the job market was overcrowded. And so it went on and on for around 20 years, until the vacation camp remained closed one summer. But before we get to that, we would like to show you the most fascinating part of this abandonment. An extensive hospital ward was also part of the summer camp. Here, nearly everything was left behind untouched. And the progressing decay is simply astonishing. Paint is peeling, rust is showing, and nature is conquering new habitat. In the Urbex community, we call this abandoned site Green Hospital. And guys, sometimes we really don't get those Urbex code names, because this place is neither really green, nor is it an actual hospital. The location only got this name because of this building part. Seriously, please come up with more creative names in the future. And actually, we would be interested in hearing your name suggestion, guys. Share your best ideas in the comment section down below. We didn't feel the urge to tell much here, because we think that those images speak for themselves. Over the course of time, the condition of the steel monstrosities got worse and worse. On top of this, it turned out that the facility was already outdated and couldn't meet the needs of the postal employees. Furthermore, there was also a terrible accident here in 1997. While playing, a little girl fell off a wall and passed out. Despite the big hospital ward, nobody was able to help, and she needed to be transported to the nearest clinic by a rescue helicopter. This was the final straw, and so this facility was closed permanently in the very same year. For over 20 years now, the compound is already rotting away. Today, mold is conquering the endless hallways and rooms of this tremendous building complex. Nature is creeping in, and plaster is falling off walls and ceilings spaciously. Apart from wind and weather, also thieves and vandals are giving the structure a hard time. If you think that the condition of this place is terrible, you should take a closer look at the second building. Not only was the lobby of the former hotel already destroyed extensively, but also the other floors of this concrete block. Unfortunately, that's the reason why we can't really enjoy exploring over here. So let's head back to the main building fast. So what happens now with the derelict sleepaway camp? Unhappily, the property situation isn't clear at the moment. The social insurance institution of the Italian mailing company, which has been running the place for 20 years, was abolished for good in 2010. Today there are many ideas how to proceed with the site. but bureaucracy is crippling away every attempt of renewal. So, all that remains are those silent snapshots of a once vivid place. Next time on Broken Window Theory. Our Italy adventure is gradually coming to an end. We were already heading home when we found ourselves inside a superior abandoned place. Somewhere in Italy, this age-old stately manor house is located. Its last resident was an artist, and in the whole building we discovered his relicts from the past. Without exaggeration, we can state that this might be the most impressive time capsule we were ever able to explore. As just mentioned, we are nearly at the end of our Italy series. Only 3 more episodes are awaiting you. But don't worry, in the last few months we were gathering plenty of new footage. Subscribe to this channel to not miss anything. And if you want to support us, leave a like and a comment or visit us on Patreon.